why should we care about this as South Africans?
First of all, let me just, is this working?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me just thank my sisters for coming all the way to remind us of our humanity, which is interconnected, interdependent. I cannot be human if I don't care about what's happening in Ukraine. And so we are grateful that despite our government embarrassing us with their total, unforgivable way of dealing with the pain of injustice, they indicate just how quickly they've forgotten that we would not be free today had the world, the progressive world, not stood in solidarity with us. So thank you for not giving up on us and continuing to engage with us, and we can only commit that those of us who remember where we come from will always stand with you. Today we meet to celebrate Women's Month and to express this solidarity with you. It's really poignant, this title, The Womanly Face of War. Because although we are free here as South Africans, we are free politically, we are not free in a socio-economic way. We are not free as people who have dignity and who share the values that are the foundations of this continent, Ubuntu. We meet at this historic building, very symbolic historic building, because this old granary was built on the blood and sweat of slaves and serfs. It was a granary for the conquerors who had dispossessed these people who had to grow and pack the granary and fall into the sea, and many of them perished. But it's appropriate that the city saw it fit to make this granary, this historic granary building, available to celebrate and to promote the legacy of none other than the Arch and his beautiful wife, Leah. Because that's a man who understood, not in a philosophical way only, but in a lived reality way, that we are because other people are. It would not have been otherwise that the Desmond and Leah Tutu Foundation were the first institution to issue a statement against this abominable war. There are no victims in wars, only pain, brokenness, and sorrow. He would not have expected us not to stand in solidarity with you, because he was very clear that in the case of social injustice, those who stand and profess to be neutral, they're actually on the side of the oppressor. And in his usual jocular way, he'll say, "Hey man, imagine a whole elephant with its foot on the tail of a mouse. Hey, you think the mouse is going to appreciate your neutrality? Really? Just think about it. It's so commonsensical that you cannot stand on the side when a bully is traumatizing, killing, and abusing a vulnerable person. And so I want to apologize on behalf of my government, because it's my government, whether I like it or not. They do not, as the Archbishop again said, when they refused to allow the Dalai Lama to come into the country, they do not represent me in their neutrality. We are a people who fought for our freedom so that justice can be served, and justice is not divisible. But I also am proud to be a woman here with you, celebrating women in this Women's Month, but also celebrating the women of Ukraine, who are not only fighting this unjust war, but they're having to pick up the pieces. And some of those pieces are within themselves, because women carry the seed. It is not for nothing that in my language, Sepedi, we say, "Mmage ngwana o tshwara thipa ka bogaleng." The mother of the child, if there is a sword, she'll put her hand there to protect her child. So I'm grateful, and please say so to the women of Ukraine, that we honor them for their bravery, because we women are not only the carriers and the keepers of the seed, but we are the carers. We carry that spirit of wanting to heal where there are wounds and to feed where there is hunger. Our own country is still wrestling with a lot of pain, unhealed pain, including the pain of places like this, because the descendants of the people, the Khois and the Sons who built these buildings, who built the city, were thrown out of District 6 onto the sands of Cape Town. They're called the Cape Flats. There's nothing Cape about them, nor flat about them. They are places of pain. And the unhealed wounds are still flowing with blood and all of the unspeakable pain that people suffer. But it's not only the people of the Cape Sands who are suffering, also the women of this country. There is a war in this country against women. We've never seen so much gender-based violence. A lot of studies have shown that more women suffer gender-based violence in this country than countries at war. Is that surprising? No. When you have a government that says they're neutral when people are being killed, do you think they can really stop gender-based violence? Forget it. We, the people of South Africa, have to again fight for the healing of this land. And I thank you for coming to remind us that the work of Ubuntu is not yet over. And together, we will overcome. Darkness always flees at the sight of light.